Wow position. Ready?
October is recognized nationally as Dyslexia Awareness Month. During this month, we focus on promoting a more accessible and inclusive world for people with dyslexia. At Laredo ISD, we do more than promote a more accessible world. We actively create an environment where students with dyslexia can succeed and excel.
It's for students who are struggling with reading and writing.
Trina Bratton is the Dyslexia Section 504 and MTSS Coordinator for Laredo ISD. She explains to us what dyslexia is.
Dyslexia is a neurological condition where the brain processes what it sees differently. And so because of that, some people will see that if there's too many letters on a page, they can't really read them. Their brain will see letters but not necessarily be able to put them together and decode words. And by decoding words, I mean that they can't tell what the word is. And then by the same token, they don't read with fluency, they don't read smoothly because they're having to process, and it takes them a little bit of extra time to do that processing. What we tend to find is that students with dyslexia, when they talk to you, they really show you how much they know and they really understand a lot. But when you ask them to read about it or you ask them to write about it, that's where you start to see the struggle, because they won't read as easily as they would say it to you, or they don't write as much as they would have if you just let them talk.
She also shares with us what Laredo ISD does for students with dyslexia.
Once we see that, then we have teachers that have specific instruction that they do with the students. And what they do is they'll work with them to help them to be able to learn how to decode words, how to look at words and understand their meaning, so that way their brain understands how words are put together. And then eventually they'll be able to remember it on their own, and they'll be able to do it more smoothly, and they'll struggle less when it comes to reading.
So we have the letter is B. Our keyword and sound are bat, B.
The earlier we can get the students that help, then the better the results are going to be, and the sooner that child will make that transition and struggle less. So we really try to work with the elementaries to try to catch students early on. And we do see that there are a lot of students in the secondaries, middle and high school, that they won't need the instruction as much anymore, but they still might need accommodations in the classroom or for testing. And we still provide those for those students as part of it.
LISD has 26 dyslexia teachers who work with students in small groups for 45 minutes on a daily basis.
Remember, all cursive letters begin where? On the bottom.
JKLN.
Julissa Valdez is a dyslexia teacher at McDonald Elementary School. She is in her 5th year as a dyslexia teacher. She really enjoys seeing the students when they discover that sense of accomplishment as they work through the strategies that are taught to them.
When I came into this role, I knew that this teaching experience would give me great satisfaction, because you do see the progress. You see that every day they're able to learn those sounds and make those connections between the letter and the sound, and then when they put it together and they're actually reading, and just to see the look on their face when they finally read a word when they couldn't before, I mean, that just, warms my heart, and it's very, very satisfying.
B. Curve way up, loop left, straight down, up.
Daniela
bridge.
Clark is another dyslexia teacher who works at Laredo ISD, and she is also a certified academic language therapist. She tells us why she decided to pursue this career.
My main reason is it hits straight to home. I am personally a dyslexic student. We're all in the same boat. They're all dyslexic, so we have all something in common. We're not all the same yet, even if we're dyslexic, but we have something in common. It's a safe space that if they can make a mistake, it's okay, right? And we're gonna tackle it to see what we need to do to help you, so that way that mistake doesn't happen again, right? So sometimes, they don't want to read in front of the classroom, but here they want to read because we're in this safe place, right? And I've seen how their confidence has also changed in the classroom with time. But yes, sometimes they don't love it, right? Because we're doing something that they don't like reading and spelling, and they'll hesitate. No, not another one. But once they accomplish that and that self-esteem, they really do get excited to be here.
Dyslexia students are very bright students who are problem solvers and are very creative. Trina Bratton reminds us how we should treat students with dyslexia.
There's a lot of positive things about dyslexia students, and we should celebrate that about them, and that we should know that it's more about their brain just processing things differently, and that they just need to learn how to work with that than necessarily thinking, oh, there's something wrong with them. And that you may have it for life, but again, there are so many people in our community and so many people globally that are showing that dyslexia didn't stop them. It may have given them some challenges, but once they realized how to work with it, they were able to have a lot of successes and really contribute to their communities. So we want the community to be supportive, to know that it's nothing to be afraid of, to ask for help. And then by the same token, that once those students get the help, you're going to see that they're going to do really well, and they're going to be doing much better, and there's going to be a lot of success that comes from that.